It's currently 10 past midnight, you can see. It's currently the 29th of December, and I was in the gym earlier on, got home not long ago, showered, and I'm about to go to bed, but I've been procrastinating. I don't know why, actually I do know why, but I've been procrastinating to record like my life lessons that I've learned this year. And I think the reason why I've not really put out any videos to talk about like what lessons I've learned this year, or to wrap up the year, or even talk about how the year's been like for me, it's just simply because a lot's been going on in the last few weeks and months, to the point where whenever I do like have bullet points of what I want to talk about and I want to record anything, things change, or as I'm reflecting, essentially there's just a lot that's gone on this year that I wasn't too sure how or what to even talk about, because there was a lot that's gone on this year. But I've managed to get my thoughts and my frame of mind in such a way that I can just talk about a few things, and hopefully in the new year I can just take more actions going forward. But the biggest win for me, which I can't really say too much, is well, before I even talk about that, I don't want to just say that 2025 has been an amazing year for me. It's been one of those years of just learning a lot. It's been a lot of growth. Like for example, I went on my first solo trip to Mexico this year by myself. And whenever I tell people about that, it's always like, well, you did that by yourself. And even when I watch documentaries about, disasters and things that may have gone left, and I look back at me going to Mexico by myself for 2 weeks, it's a blessing, because even just leaving your house and going somewhere and coming back home safely is already a blessing. Now, I'm talking about going to another country that has a negative stigma around it. I was there for 2 weeks. I was driving for 2 weeks. I was all over the place. I met new people, and I came back home to the UK for after the 2 weeks holiday. That in itself is just by grace, and I'm very fortunate to say I was able to do that, because not a lot of people can do such a thing. But that was like a big win for me this year. There's a lot of lessons that I learned from that. There were so many cool people that I met on holiday, and whenever I reflect on my trip to Mexico, I'm always thinking about how when I was there was no like a real common ground between me and anyone, but I had to I had to engage with people and talk to people and really open a conversation with people. And that was really cool of me, because I'm more of the opposite side, where yes, I can approach people, but if I don't really know you or I don't have a common ground, I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not gonna say anything to you. But when I was there, it was the opposite. I found myself actually engaging with people, and that was really cool. Another thing that I wanted to say was completing my 10K run, and this is on the back of me having an injury the previous year, where I had sciatica, and I somehow cured myself, and that made me want to strengthen my health. And I felt like if I did a 10K run, every single preparation towards it and the eating habits will help me just better my health, and that was really cool. So I'm gonna put a screenshot somewhere, so that was pretty cool. But 2025 has been a blessing, because it has also allowed me to reconnect with friends that I haven't spoken to in a very long time. I would say it's been a lot of growing. A lot of it I can't even say in public, because a lot of it's very private. But 2025 is, I would say, if I was to summarize 2025, it's one of those character building phase where I've had to just become better every single week and adapt every single week. And it's in this year alone, I would say each month was it brought out a different side to me that I didn't know I had, whether it's like my personal life, whether it's career wise, whether it's friendship, but yeah, it's just been one of those years where I've just learned a lot. So I would say it's been a lot of learning in this year alone, and I look forward to what the next year is going to look like. The main trigger to why I'm reflecting a lot is because I also had a personal goal, which I've never actually talked about, but a personal goal that's hard to achieve that I achieved. Well, to be completely honest, I had a goal that I had a personal goal that I wanted to set, that I set for myself. I didn't really set it for myself. I had to switch my mindset from half empty to half full, and I realized that at the end of December last year. So by January, I set my goal to achieve I set a goal to achieve a certain goal, which I can't really say too much because it's private, but maybe sometime in the future I might talk about it. But the point is, I achieved that goal by October. I forecasted that I would achieve the goal by December, but I achieved the goal by October. And as I was reflecting, this is one of those goals where it's now giving me the it's giving me the space to pivot and try new things and buy some time. It's giving me a space to, I guess, reinvent myself, and it's giving me a space to dabble into different things. It's one of those goals that I can't really say too much about this goal, but again, like I said, maybe in a few months time I'll talk about it. But this goal has given me a space to try new things, a space to experiment, a space to take bigger risk in different parts of whatever it is I'm going to do in life. But the point is, me achieving that goal allowed me, as I was reflecting, it just made me realize that it's never really about hard work, and it's never really about who you know. It's never really about so much, maybe a bit of discipline, but the point is, I keep saying the point is, but the point is, a lot of it just boils down to consistency. Before achieving that goal, bear in mind this is the goal I've been working on for the past 5 years. So to achieve that goal this year, I guess the one thing that came out of it was I was just very consistent. I was very consistent. I showed up every single day. I took days off, but the point is, I was very focused and I was very consistent, and I took no days off, and I was just very focused on achieving that goal. And now that I've achieved that goal, it just I think differently. It's weird, but I think, again, I know I'm sounding very mysterious and I'm very private, but like I said, maybe in a few months I'll talk about it. I feel like I will talk about it at some point. But the point is, I'm now in a space where I want to pivot, or it gives me the freedom to pivot into different things and try new things and take bigger risk. But as I was reflecting on that goal, I think the one thing that stood out to me was just the level of consistency. If I had not been consistent in discipline and in showing up every single day, and in I'm trying to not say too much, but I was just very consistent, and my behavior was consistent, my attitude was consistent, and now I've achieved that goal, and it feels good. It feels great, and it's the one thing that I want to just take into next year going forward, which is just to be very consistent in everything that I'm doing. Like, for example, YouTube, I've been consistent in uploading a video on an average every month, right? On an average. I would say this year is the year where I've maybe uploaded 2-3 videos a month for the past 4 or 5 months. That's because I did a lot in Mexico. But it's one thing that I want to make sure I'm doing next year, is just be consistent with YouTube and all the stuff that I'll be doing. But to summarize this year, there's a lot that I've learned. Like I said, there's a lot that's even going through my mind right now, where there's just a lot that has gone on this year, and there's if I could really talk about it for the whole duration of this video, but I'm trying to just be as simple and direct as possible, because this is officially my last video of the year, and I want to make sure that I spend some time to myself, because that's what I've been doing. Spend some time to myself and plan for next year, which I have been doing for the past 2 to 3 months, because I've achieved my private goal around October times. Now, pardon me if what I'm saying doesn't really make sense. To me, it makes sense, but I'm gonna try and put it together in such a way that it does make sense. I guess the second thing I want to talk about is the goals I set for myself. So if you are new to my channel, you're seeing this for the first time, I set myself 3 goals this year. One was to embark on a journey to achieve £1 million. I didn't have an end date, because I knew that making £1 million is going to be challenging, it's going to be difficult, and I didn't have a vehicle to make £1 million. So I wanted to do some research. That goal is I'm still working on it, so that's going to be a goal that I'm going to work on in the new year as well, going forward. The second goal was to complete a 10k run. For context, I had sciatica. I had an injury about a year and a few months ago, to the point where I couldn't walk for a lot I couldn't walk for more than 2 minutes. To cut the story short on that one, I recovered, and I thought, okay, cool. If I can recover, I can do a marathon, or I can, start running again. And by May this year, I was able to complete a 10K run in Montenegro, which I am very proud of myself, because initially I wanted to complete that goal by the end of the year, around October times. But so I don't even remember what motivated me, but I managed to complete the goal in May this year. And the last goal was to to get to 10,000 subscribers, which clearly, as you can see, I'm not quite there yet. But even that as well, I was thinking about it. I was already in two minds initially. I was thinking about how maybe it's my ego trying to get to a bigger number. But as I reflect on that now, I think it's okay to think big, but I think where I went wrong in achieving the 10K subscribers is my actions weren't as big as my thoughts. Although the goals were big, I just needed my actions to get there. But above all, I was still able to double my subscribers this year. So I'm currently on 235 at the point of recording this video. So we'll see what happens next year. And that was like pretty much all my goals that I've set for myself this year. But like I said, a lot has gone on this year to the point where I don't want to say too much, and there's a lot I can't say. I'm being very careful with what I'm saying, hence why I'm appearing like this. I guess the lesson that I've learned this year is a few things. One is it's not even a lesson; it's more of an observation, and it's just the power and consistency. Again, I know I'm sounding very mysterious and I'm very private, but like I said, the goal that I set for myself privately that I was able to achieve by October, I don't think I would have got there hard work plays a role in that, but if I wasn't consistent and I wasn't showing up every single day, I don't think I would have got there. And I think that's one lesson that I've learned this year, is that there's just power and consistency, and you just have to be consistent in everything that you're doing, because it's like a compound. Things just compound when you're consistent. When you're consistent in behaviors, when you're showing up every single day. Like if you are consistent, someone's going to notice you, and someone's going to give you that opportunity. If you are consistent with like saving, eventually you get to like your big number. If you are consistent in showing up at work, for example, someone's going to say, you know what, come along with me, you can work for me, or kind of, I don't know. The point is, consistency is everything. And that's played a very big role in achieving my private goal, which I'm going to now take into the new year going forward, where in everything I do, it's just about being consistent as always. Going back to my private goal again, the fact that I was able to achieve this goal, like I said earlier on, it's given me a breathing space. That's the word I'm looking for. It's given me a breathing space to the point where next year it's going to allow me to just focus on one task at a time. Initially, I would focus on this goal or that project, or focus on, my mind is always all over the place because I'm trying to do a lot of things. But I'm at a stage where I don't need to do that as much. I can just focus on one goal for about 3 months, see if it works, pivot, experiment, and then try something different. And that's kind of where I'm at with where I'm right now, where next year I'm already thinking I have the time and the breathing space to focus on on a task for a lot longer time before pivoting. But to summarize, my lesson number one is that consistency is everything in everything that you do. Whether it's you being disciplined, you need to be consistent in being disciplined, and that's what I've learned this year, is just be consistent in everything that I do. Lesson number two that I've learned this year is that urgency creates clarity. And there's a famous, I forgot who said it, but someone said, work expands as to fill the time available for its completion. Essentially meaning that if you give yourself 9 hours to complete a task, it will take 9 hours. If you give yourself 5 hours to complete the same task, it will take 5 hours. And this lesson came from me completing my 10K run in May. Initially, the goal was to complete that goal I saw myself completing that goal around October, May times. And like I said earlier on, I don't really know what the inspiration, the trigger was, to the point where I decided to complete that goal months earlier. And I completed the goal around May this year. Now, I do think if I had waited till October to complete my 10K run, I would have achieved it 100%, and I also would have done it in a much better time because I would have been preparing for about 9 months. But ever since I've done my 10k run in May, it just felt so simple, and since then I've done multiple runs. I think I've done 10k 3-4 times now. I'm gonna put a screenshot somewhere again, but I've done multiple runs, and I'm gonna open another screenshot where it shows that this year it's been the most runs that I've done ever since. And I'm glad that I'd completed the 10k run much earlier because, like I said, you think it takes this amount of time to achieve a goal, but when you achieve it earlier, you have again breathing space to do other things. And but yeah, I think the lesson for me is, sometimes if you think I guess the lesson is sometimes I overestimate how long it would take for me to achieve something, but underestimate my own capabilities. So I think for me next year it's just about pushing myself. If I'm working on a project or a task and I think it's gonna take me a week, I'm just gonna half it. I'm going, I'm gonna try to get it done in 3 days. That's the sort of like mindset that I'm going into the new year with, where I guess I want to do things with speed, but do that speed down to just half the time that I think it will take me to get to certain goals. Again, this is also coming from other experiences which I can't really talk about because it's very private to my personal life. So that for me is lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 is I'm starting over again. Back to my first point of me achieving a goal that I've set for myself privately. Lesson number 3, again, it's not a lesson, but I'm no longer scared to start over again. I think at this point in life I have enough experience, and I'm also not scared to start again, which is what I'm doing from next year. Not starting again where like, for example, let's use YouTube for example. I'm not like deleting my YouTube channel to start a new channel. I'm mentally starting again. I'm mentally preparing myself to start again. I'm rebuilding again. I'm networking again. I'm just starting again, and I'm not scared to do that. And I think there's a beauty in that because you get to do it with experience. You get to do it with a different version of yourself. You get to do it with a different way of thinking, and that's exactly where I'm at right now. Where because of the goal that I've achieved, it's given me that breathing space to just start again and just give anything that I get involved in the best version of myself. Also allow me to think of the kind of person that I want to become and the kind of person I am as a person. I hope all that I've just said makes sense. I didn't plan to. My intentions for this video to last maybe 5 minutes. I'll be honest with you, because one, it's late, I'm trying to go to bed, and 2, I've been spending the last few days really planning for next year. I'm at a stage in life where it's less about like talking and it's less about planning. It's now more about just doing. Again, this is on the back of the goal that I set for myself privately that I've also achieved. I don't really like again, I'm just in this weird breathing space where it feels like I don't know what to do, but the truth is I do know what to do. It's just I just need to just take action. I'm at the stage where like me planning is wasting time. Me trying to forecast things is also wasting time. It's just about just doing, and that's where I'm at right now, where it's just about doing and just take action. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just about doing, taking action, and it's less about talking and less about planning. So a lot of my content next year will just be, it may be brand new. It may be a lot of leaning on my on-field advantage and using that to get to the next level. Because I feel like I'm on fire, even though you can't really tell, but I feel like I'm on fire. I'm very motivated. I feel like I found my old self again. Talking of old self again, and that's not something I've learned this year, or not even that I've learned, it's more like a reflection. Like everyone else, where you go through A and B, you go through some adversity, and for me, I feel like I've let the last 3 to 5 years let my previous adversity define who I am, and I'm at this stage where I'm pretty much leaving an old identity this year, and I'm going to step into a new identity next year. I feel like I haven't really reached my full potential, or reached a higher potential, which is what I'm going to be doing next year. I plan to get to a higher potential in the new year, and yeah, that's what, again, there's a lot I can talk about, but that's kind of where I'm at right now, where I'm letting go of like my old self, and I'm stepping into my new self next year, and I look forward to who I'm going to become, because I've let my old self, or my old self image, be the same image, or it feels like I've lived in a shadow for a very long time, and it's unfair on who I want to become. It's unfair on my dreams, and it's also unfair on like loved ones that are also around me as well. So next year is really about stepping into my new identity and burying and leaving my old self. But yeah, that's all that I can think of. Like I said, there's a lot that has gone on this year, and I know I'm not looking at the camera just because I've been too much thinking, and also I can't really focus too much. But that's my video for this year. It's not the best, but I wanted to just, hopefully it inspires one or two people, and I'm going to try and put together to make it make sense. But if you're still watching this video and you're still here, I wish everyone a wonderful year ahead, and I'll see everyone in the new year.